up, YouTube fam? It's your favorite girl, Jay Shara, coming back to you with yet another reaction video. If you have not read the title, I'll let you know that we're going to be reacting to one of Shannon Sharpe's most infamous interviews starring Katt Williams. I am just gonna let y'all know I am not about to sit here and bore y'all for 2 freaking hours on the whole interview. I will, in my spare time, watch that interview. I know it's very long. So yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I am gonna watch one of the highlights that Shannon actually uploaded himself onto his channel, on the Club Shay channel. And the topic is Katt Williams on Diddy, Harvey Weinstein, R. Kelly, and Michael Jackson. So based on those people in the title, they all have something related to them in that sexual assault. Like, that's the first thing that's coming up. Very rich and powerful men who had a myriad of sexual allegations held upon their names. So I'm just gonna make a wild guess and say that's what this video will be about. There was a huge uproar around this interview, so I am excited myself. I kind of wish I would have watched it or watched it on camera. I don't know. I'm just not gonna watch a 2-hour video on camera. I don't even know if y'all want that. Like, I've never watched a video that long on camera. I don't even know if I'll probably get copyrighted for that anyway. But I really hope this doesn't spoil the whole interview for me, because like I say, I will be watching it very soon. Don't know when. But before we get into this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button, tap that notification bell, and follow your favorite girl on Instagram at jshara with an H at the end. Let's get into it.
All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way. The truth is the light.
I need to have another one of these.
Amen, amen.
I laugh because the way Shannon jumped back at first.
Right.
After that, I don't really kind of know where to go. Let me one more time.
Now I wish I would. I want to know what he just said.
We good now?
Because the people want to know, why would he get blackballed?
Yeah,
oh, because in 30 years I've done nothing but collect information, knowledge, and your secrets. So if you and a man was in a corner doing something you wasn't supposed to be doing,
you will tell it.
No, somebody come to tell me.
Okay.
I gather that, I value that, I'll pay for that. Come, tell me. I know so many things I shouldn't know, and they all know it. They all know it. Why? Because you don't make me the villain. Not the guy that raises black children and ain't never done a hard drug in his life and don't have no stories of doing nobody dirty. And they'll just go out and they'll lie. The industry doesn't mess with Katt because he didn't show up for the studio. No studios have ever said that. Look at my IMDb. It will show you that no studio has ever lost money with me on the script. How? That's why I'm saying, that's why I can't let Ricky Smiley say he was supposed to play Money Mike, because I wrote the words for Money Mike. I designed the hair for Money Mike. I collaborated with the wardrobe department and made outfits to make sure that no one in America would be wearing what Money Mike was wearing. I told them to go get the Prowler. I then told them to paint it purple. I told them don't have an actor playing a pimp. We could get an actual pimp, Archbishop Magic Don Juan, to play. Like, I did far too much work for somebody to come years later and try to tag along just for their own self-aggrandizement.
Why didn't Cube set the record straight? Terry Crews could have set the record straight. Mike Epps could have set the record straight. Why none of them set the record straight?
That's what you were supposed to ask him when he told you those lies that no one's ever heard. Right, but he's telling you something no one's ever heard of. Nobody has ever heard, oh, Ben Affleck and Matt Damon was in a movie, and somebody said, y'all should switch roles. Like, this is a business.
But that's the thing, Katt. Normally when people will give you information, I'm thinking I'm hearing it for the first time, and they're giving information no one else knows or have ever heard. So I'm taking them at face value.
These are like, this is like Steve Harvey telling people he used to be homeless. That's my story. That's not his story. Steve Harvey was never homeless. When Mark Curry was touring with him 25 years ago, he was making $3,000 a show in cash and doing 5 shows a week. They just tell the stories. Thanks to my wife, I'm where I am. You said that about the first wife. You forget that? You told us it was her. Then you went and married somebody else that think like a man. Like, what are you talking about? They think they can rewrite history. Guy Torrey did a beautiful special about the Comedy Store and Fat Tuesday, where he said that Steve and Cedric and Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish came through there and made all lies. Steve and Cedric never performed at the Comedy Store at all. Tiffany was only seen at the Laugh Factory. In 15 years in Hollywood, no one in Hollywood has a memory of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show, there being a line for him ever getting a standing ovation at any comedy club. He already had his deals when he got here. Have we heard of a comedian that came to L.A. and in his first year in L.A. he had his own sitcom on network television and had his own movie called Soul Plane that he was leading? No, we've never heard of that before that person or since that person. What do you think a plant is?
I was just thinking an industry
Maybe
plant.
people don't understand the definitions of these words. He just did his documentary with Chris Rock where he shows you that his whole upbringing in comedy was on the East Coast.
Yeah, it was.
So how simultaneously was he here in Los Angeles doing the same thing? It didn't happen. It didn't happen. And I hate to seem like a petty individual for picking apart lies, but Jussie Smollett gonna keep lying until you say we don't believe you. Like, it's important in the checks and balances of the universe that liars not get to make complete narratives for themselves.
Are you not afraid about being blackballed again? These are some power people.
What do you mean again? These people are not powerful. Satan can't create anything.
Hey.
That includes blessings for his people.
Hey.
That's why, you know what the #1 job of somebody that sold their soul in Hollywood is?
What?
Is to act like it didn't happen. They all do the same job. Why do you think Gary Owen can't cross over and he already white and been in comedy for 25 years? If what I say ain't the case. It's a cabal. It's a consortium. They rock with who they rock with and they don't with who they don't. But I'm not scared of being the competition any more than you were when you lined up across from a superior team. Yeah, on paper, they're a better team.
Right.
They have all the assets and resources and we don't. But let us get on the line, boy, and see if that factors in. I guarantee you it won't.
Wow.
Because Shannon Sharp got to be a different person than that other person.
Absolutely.
I
And he
love when
always
people get
was.
so passionate
That doesn't
and they get
change
in
when
your
I
face.
change teams. That remains the same. That's how a legacy is built.
So
all of these shortcut takers, they canceled me for talking about Harvey Weinstein before the thing came out, but he offered to suck my penis in front of all my people at my agency.
Oh.
What am I supposed to do?
Oh.
He did all of that. I'm thinking I'm the only black person on the script. I get there, it's 3 other black guys on there. Woo. Huh.
So you wonder what they did to get there.
I told him no. What y'all do?
Right.
And this is why when I walk in a room, heads go down. Behind my back, I'm nothing. I'm just a regular old comedian that's bitter and jealous. But in my face, no. The king has walked in and they have to respect it only because I've not taken the shortcuts. I've not been funded. They pay you to not talk about things they don't want you to talk about. They tell you that themselves. I can't do that because Steve told you that he stopped doing stand-up because he had 7 TV shows. The only problem is when he stopped stand-up, he didn't have those 7 TV shows. He stopped stand-up because he got in a comedy battle called the Championship of Stand-Up Comedy with one Katt Williams in Detroit in front of 10,000 people and lost because Katt Williams said he was actually bald and that was a wig. And I went in and that's why he couldn't do stand-up anymore. Imagine him coming to tell you another story where he got so big and it was Bernie and them's fault because they wanted to be movie stars. What? You called Ocean 11 to get that nigga's part. What do you mean you didn't want to be a movie star? So on the behalf of Bernie, I would have to say what I have to say.
Have you ever been on tour with any of these guys?
Every guy I mentioned to you is not funny out there in real life.
Oh.
So no.
Shannon is floored.
Faison's never done his own tour in 30 years. Steve Harvey don't do stand-up no more. Cedric doesn't write.
Steve on tour
I'm sorry, he doesn't write.
At least the videos
Ricky
I watched.
Smiley has been playing the same old black woman forever. Like, you can't get a young fan base with that. Like, you gotta be doing karaoke around the country to make that work.
Right.
And he is. But I'm a stand-up comedian. This is my 19th 100-city tour. I'm not gonna have a conversation with these lazy bums that'll take a shortcut at any point. Yes, it's easier for you to juice than to get in the gym, but you don't get to bring that body in here talking crazy.
Talk about how good you look.
True.
What?
Take the stairs. Facts.
No, there's too many comics out there that are putting their life on the line to tell these jokes, man.
Okay. Let's get to your upbringing. We're going to circle back and we'll get some...
I want to protect it real quick, because you had said for the Kings of Comedy, it was in 2018, 2019, but did you mean 1999? Because it came out in 2000, so I just want to make sure.
No. So what I meant to say was, remember, he said I couldn't do stand-up anymore. I had 7 TV shows. I said he didn't have any of those TV shows at the time.
I know you talking about Cedric.
Joke stealing from Cedric.
Cedric.
Okay, you had said that 2018, 2019, but it came out in 2000, so I just want to make sure.
Okay, no. What comes out in 2000?
The original Kings of Comedy.
Right. I'm on BET's Comic View, and they're using this as the commercial in 1998. Okay. That's why I'm saying... Yeah, so if I said the dates wrong, let's go ahead and clear that up. Okay.
You said, I had Cedric on here, and I asked him about the joke stealing, and he said the timeline doesn't add up.
Correct.
To that point, you say...
Right, so he thought that I was just a no-name comedian and that he could take this joke and nobody would know.
Right.
The issue was that I had already done this particular joke on BET's Comic View twice.
Right.
It had done so well on BET's Comic View that they had made it part of the commercial. So part of the commercial of make sure you tune in to BET was you seeing me doing this joke.
Right.
And this joke is one of those jokes in comedy where you set it up and it takes a little longer to set it up, takes about 3 minutes, but then you're just hitting them with jokes after that because you don't have to set it up.
Right.
Mark Curry had already helped me work on this joke because I thought it was good because I was getting a standing ovation on it. He had me go back in the lab and help me craft it to be an even more powerful joke. So this is not just a random joke. This is my very best joke, and it's my last joke, and it's my closing joke.
Okay.
1998, I'm doing this joke. It's on Comic View. Cedric comes to the Comedy Store. He watches me in the audience. He comes backstage. He tells me what a great job I did and how much he loves the joke. 2 years later, he's doing that as his last joke on the Kings of Comedy. And he's doing it verbatim. He's just changed my car into a spaceship. Him and Steve had already apologized for me, so I gave him a pass for a decade. Why would you sit here and be like, I saw Katt 30 times, and Katt didn't do... As I stand before you, Shannon.
He's so passionate, I love it.
I would have bust Cedric's stomach. There was nothing that would have kept me from wanting... I would have bust Cedric's stomach. There was nothing that would have kept me from one of these in that patch right there. Like, are you kidding me? Why would you downplay me like that? Why did I give you a pass if you were just gonna lie? Right. And so that's what I'm saying. Like, they're all a group. Cedric, Steve, Ricky, they've been a group. Everybody knows that. They've been aligned. And there are these alliances in comedy. And if you stand against them, then they sometimes have a problem. But we don't let that change the content, because that's all you know me for, is that I'm quite likely to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help me God. Now, I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right. Because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did. I did. See, I got the receipts for everything I'm telling you. That's why I can say them so freely.
Can I need number? You here, get your number.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. And you gotta tell him no.
Wait.
Right. Because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did. I did. See, I got the receipts for everything I'm telling you. That's why I can say them so freely.
Can I need another one? You here, get your number.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Come on.
Because early on you was accusing me of being
drunk. Man.
It's crazy. Because I'm favored by God. Like, when I see people's wives and stuff, I don't even look at them. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to look at nothing I don't want to have. Because I know how blessed I am. If I look at it, I got it.
Yeah.
That's how Diddy be feeling.
Now, come on, man. Come. So, you're not supposed to look at anything that you don't want.
Not me personally, just because God has given me literally everything I ever even pump faked like I want.
Facts.
And that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing, is I don't have a type
Facts.
of woman. Every woman that I ever had as a type, I ended up getting her. Now she's not the type anymore. Now I understand that every woman is a one of one. Like, you can't really have types.
Oh, I want more. Hold on, y'all. I might actually have to sit back and react to that whole freaking interview, because I was locked in. I'm like, obviously Katt Williams carried that interview. I feel as though they didn't even have to ask him any questions. He just came on there and unloaded the freaking clip. It's really crazy to me how he talks so much stuff about some of my favorite comedians. Like, wait, I don't even remember him talking about Michael Jackson in that, or R. Kelly. Maybe that kind of just went over my head, but I don't remember him mentioning those 2 artists. But anyway, as I was saying, I can't believe, and there's always 2 sides to a coin, always 2 different stories to a situation. But really, like, Steve Harvey and Cedric the Entertainer are quote unquote not funny outside of their performances. I really cannot get that in my head. No, I have not seen Steve Harvey live. However, he is probably the best, or my favorite, or my top 2, maybe top 3 comedians that I love to react to. I can remember off the top of my head various videos that I've watched and reacted to where I'm damn near in tears or out of breath or dry laughing or silent laughing from just watching him, because he's so funny. One of my favorite things, and not to turn this video into a Steve Harvey review, but I just cannot believe that, because I just cannot believe he's not funny outside of, you know, the performances he puts on, because he's just so funny to me. And a lot of the time what I'll say in my videos is he's naturally funny from his looks, from his facial expressions, his tone, like all of that. But I guess all of that could be studied and rehearsed, and because he is an actor, he's just gotten really good at his craft and he knows what people likes. However, as I said, I'm not gonna say whatever Katt said is downright truth. It's his truth, but I'm still going to support Steve Harvey and watch his videos because he's freaking hilarious. And along with Cedric the Entertainer, as I said in the beginning of the video, I actually saw him live and he was one of the funniest acts that night. So it's really that's really hard to believe as well. However, the point he made about Cedric stealing his joke, like, I don't support that at all. That's just wrong and bogus as hell. And like he said, him doing that, going ahead and stealing his jokes and downplaying him like he was a nobody, that was just fucked up on every level. But I hate videos like this, which are super controversial, because a lot of the people that he talk about are people that I support, but you have to respect it, because people like him are hard to come by. Like, he just keeps it real. Like he made the point at the end of the video, people like him keep it real no matter what, no matter who's watching, no matter who he's up against. Like, he lives in his truth, and that's something I definitely can support. That's something I definitely love about him. On a more petty note, he reminds me of Katt Williams. Oh, what? He reminds me of Dave Chappelle when he's on stage. He don't care who's watching. He don't care who he offends. He's gonna live in his truth. He's gonna say whatever joke gets the crowd laughing, no matter what. And similar to Katt Williams, he came on here and, like I said, unloaded the clip. This really makes me want to watch the full interview, I swear. I might just go ahead and do that next because that was super interesting. Funny on the side of Shannon Sharpe, because you can tell just in that short 14-15 minute clip that he was simply flabbergasted. I guarantee you he did not wake up that morning, he did not go on set and know what was about to happen. I guarantee you he did not know the trajectory of his channel was about to shift to such a greater audience. Like, I know prior to this, like, obviously Shannon Sharpe is very famous, very loved. However, that interview broke the mold, because even I'm hearing about it. Like, I never really watched his interviews prior to this, and I never kept up with him. I know, like, after that he had 21 on there, and now there's a new Usher interview, which I want to watch all of them now. So I really, like I said, really felt like this broke the mold on what Shannon has to offer. But like I said, yeah, I'm gonna watch that whole interview because he had me locked in the whole freaking time, just keeping it real, just keeping it buck. And I love people like him who are unafraid to live in his truth. Other than that, if you enjoyed this reaction video, be sure to give me a beautiful thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button, tap that notification bell so you can stay updated with all of my reaction videos, and follow your favorite girl on IG at JShar with an H at the end. You all know that I love you. You love yourself 10 times more. Have a beautiful day or night in this amazing, wonderful world. Ciao.